Hey guys, welcome back to Twitter. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. Close that mobile version because people are getting confused. Which one I should watch? Brother, it's a very small. You are streaming through the phone. I just stopped doing through that mobile. I'm sorry, that mobile version. However, this is the market actually. I don't know. I mean, I'm not finding any word to explain how I can explain this price action. From the weekly chart, it seems like uh, it's a bullish market because I don't see any other bearish or bullish PTR over here except the weak cardon level. And if I take a closer look over here to this weekly chart, the weekly candles, one candle respected 50%, one candle respected lower quadrant, one candle is respecting the 50%. Seems like a bullish market from the weekly weekly chart, except the body close below the upper quadrant of this week. That except that one, I mean, it seems maybe it will go higher, but of course I'm not bullish. I'm bearish, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's respecting the PDRS. Why? But however, yesterday price action was so beautiful. I mean, after maybe 2 weeks or maybe almost 1 month, not 1 month, after almost 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks, we have seen a beautiful price action yesterday. To be honest, I am hoping we are going to see the same price action for the rest of the month, February, March, April, May, June, July. Then August will be a bit difficult again. But until July, we are going to see the beautiful price action. I hope so. And it has started from yesterday, I believe so. From the weekly chart, it's respecting the quadrant level of this specific week. My expectation is market is going to clear that relatively equal lows. That means this low and that low. They're the relatively equal lows. I'm expecting market is going to go for this relatively equal loss. Again, I wanna say the same word. If it fail, prove me wrong, I'll be the happiest person. But I don't think so it's gonna make me wrong. However, from the daily chart, this is that volume imbalance. Yesterday, I thought that for a moment that market is going to close around constant crossment of this volume imbalance over here. But this market again surprised me. Came here, closed over there, respecting this volume imbalance, which is the only bullish PTRA to all of this price action. Still, I'm not bullish. I'm bearish. I believe finally this volume imbalance is going to be broken. Market is going to fall for this sell side liquidity and then some other sell side liquidity and volume balance. Sorry, fair value gap over here. I'm expecting like that way. But again, if it can close above this bearish PTR, which is the only bearish PTR over here, then and only then I'll start to think about this all-time high, and I'll think that market is not going to break this bigger dealing range. Low is not going to be taken, and instead of that, market is going for that all-time high, going to build a new all-time high over here by the standard deviation. As long as it's below this volume, I mean this bearish PTR, which is divided by two volume imbalance, over here one, and this is there is a small gap. I think ICT called it a suspension block, like here, by using the set. This is the suspension block. So I think maybe no, not the suspension block, because this is the bearish, right? Bearish candle, so it can't be the suspension block. I think it's something else. However, this is the only bearish PTR to me. As long as this market is below this bearish PTR, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity for the sell side liquidity, because this market came to the deep discounted area by that specific week. As it came to the deep discounted, I'm more interested to this low is going to be cleared, and finally that low is going to be cleared. I am not bullish. I'm bearish. Every day I'm bearish, but if it proves me wrong and then close above this, maybe I'll start to think about the bullishness. Otherwise, I'm only bearish, only bearish, only bearish. No bullishness, no bullishness, no bullishness. However, from the daily chart, I think it's clear to understand the price action, which is absolutely difficult. For last few days, you can see like after coming here, a bit consolidation, big fall, then again consolidation. Still now it's consolidating, bouncing in between volume imbalance and this bearish PTR. This is the lowest probable area. As I told, as long as this market is not going to break this whole zone, it can be so difficult to trade. So if this market can break this zone, then we are going to see a beautiful price action. By the way, I don't need to see the whole zone to be broken. For example, if the body can could close below the constant encroachment of this volume imbalance, I don't need to think about this whole zone. I know that market is bearish, or the market will close above the constant encroachment one more time, then I can expect that market is going to break this zone. But at least the bearish and the bullish PDRA, the the battle it is running on over here, you can see the battle clearly, right? Fall imbalance holding the market, bearish PDRA holding the market. Both of them are holding the market. None of them are going to surrender over here. He's saying, I'm gonna be the winner. He's saying, oh man, it's my war. I'm going to win this war. So both of them are struggling, and we traders are actually in between these two team. We are just looking buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and blowing the accounts. That's the problem. But be very careful. Okay, they're struggling to break or to win. We should be in the sidelines to watch the game, watch the war. Like we should not participate in this war when they're going to decide where the market should really go. However, from the 4 hour chart, as you can see here, this that weekly. I mean, if you come to the weekly chart, that week to week. Okay, this is that week. I marked it by the quadrant level. It's the bold line. You can see 4 pixel. So when I'm coming to 4 hour chart, this 4 pixel, the same quadrant level over here. Okay, and as you can see, week high and the week low. I'm sorry, week low is here. This is the lower quadrant, 50%, upper quadrant. When this market came inside this week over here, it never break that week high. So it go higher, trade this week high or the starting point, and came to the lower quadrant, respecting the 50% of that week, respecting the lower quadrant here, like a lot of respecting to this specific week from the weekly chart. I believe finally this market is going to break everything and going to keep falling, and market will take the sell side liquidity. That's my belief, but still I can be wrong. Again, can start to go higher, which is not according to the price action. It should not go higher, but if it proves me wrong and make me happy, then it can go higher. Otherwise the price is telling me just look for sell, 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 sell. I'm not going higher. From the 4 hour chart, this is the buy side liquidity over here. I have some buy side liquidity. I just didn't mark them, but if I see this market actually break this zone, then maybe I'll look for this buy side liquidity. Right now it's not important because I'm not thinking this market will go higher. So after leaving this buy side liquidity, buy side liquidity open over there, this is the last FVG over here. Market never reached to this last FVG, so I didn't mark it over here. Instead of that, this candle low, this candle high, this is the bearish PDRA. The quadrant level, I just didn't mark it by a box. I marked it by the quadrant level. So the gap actually divided by the quadrant level. And as you can see, the upper quadrant of this gap, entry gap, how is that? So beautiful, right? Wow, awesome. However, when this highest up close body close candle, look at this candle, this is the highest up close body close candle, and the low of this candle is outside of this box, outside of this gap. So it's not my order block because the like high is inside this zone. I don't like to mark it. At the same time, this is the highest up close body close candle. There is no other candle which is higher than this candle. So I'm gonna use it as my order block, bearish order block. This specific candle has validated this order block as a valid order block. Then this candle, that candle, that candle, that candle, all of these candles traded this volume. I'm sorry, order block. Bearish order block has been traded. Then market fall, leave relatively equal lows over here. Go back again. I was expecting some gap to open here, but it didn't leave it. Instead of that, retest this order block one more time. In other words, maybe it has retested this propulsion block. Not interested to add this or inside this propulsion block. Instead of that, would love to keep this order block. Trade this one more time. Can this market keep falling? For this sell side liquidity over here, have some sell side liquidity over here from the hourly and 15-minute chart, but for 4 hour chart, it's not clear actually. I'll show that in a moment, but I'm just expecting can it fall dramatically because I need an unfilled gap now. After trading the order block, I need an unfilled gap. If I find that unfilled gap, I'll be very confident to look for this sell side liquidity over here. So just need a gap that should be unfilled. Oh, by the way, from the 4 hour chart, if this market actually go for this relatively equal highs, this high and that high, which is a shallow run, relatively equal highs, which I'm not expecting is going to happen. But if it really go over here, maybe this last FBZ will be my target. So I'm just not interested to see that because this water block should work so beautifully over here. If it fail and market actually go for this buy side liquidity, then this last FBG can be the next resistance level before falling. Okay, so it is also possible. Not thinking it is going to happen, but it can also possible. If it happens, I'll let this go. I'm not going to touch it. From the hourly chart, it's the same thing over here. This is that hourly last gap, and market just did the fake breakout, trade it. All of this area market has perfectly traded, then fall, and then this started. This is the price action for last few days, right? Look how this market is working. Like long time consolidation, big fall. Long time consolidation, I'm waiting for a big fall again, a refall. So in other words, some of you maybe work with the MMXM, first accumulation, second accumulation, like this type of things. I hope it's gonna work like that way. I don't know. I'm not a MMXM trader, so I really don't know how to use them. But if any of you second first accumulation, second accumulation, if you look for that, then manipulation, you can add these things over here, I guess. But I'm expecting finally this market will fall. For this sell side liquid, I just told you from 4 hour chart, there is some sell side liquid. I'll show you in a moment. This low and that low relatively equal lows, a beautiful sell side liquidity over here. And this is that extreme sell side liquidity. Extreme means extreme sell side liquidity. This two sell side liquid, and this sell side liquidity is from yesterday. Here, that low, relatively equal lows over here. Some sell side liquidity from yesterday. You can see this is a specific gap we have outlined yesterday, that market can maximum trade this gap. More importantly, this volume imbalance, which is the new week opening gap inside this entry fair value gap from the hourly chart. So from the 4 hour chart, we have seen it has traded beautifully the entry gap. From the hourly chart also, it has traded the entry gap, didn't reach to this last gap. I'm not thinking it will reach over there, because finally this market actually cleared that high. When it came here, it should keep falling. It didn't do that. Instead of that, leave a lot of liquidity, went higher to that high for the last time, then fall, trade the highest up close body close candle, as well as this volume imbalance plus the new week opening gap. I was expecting some unfilled gap. It didn't leave it yesterday, so I'm expecting that is going to happen today. I should I should wait for something like big fall, something like that, big fall. If it happens, I'll be very happy. Otherwise, if this market really would love to wait for today, because today's Tuesday, Tuesday is a manipulation day. Otherwise, maybe the speed I'm going to get by Wednesday or Thursday. Otherwise, it should happen by today, because every job is done over there. There is nothing left. It should keep falling right now with the speed. If it doesn't do that, that means it is waiting for Wednesday or Thursday trending day for that big fall. However, in this market, I have thousands sell side liquidity. Instead of the buy side liquidity, I have thousands of the buy side liquidity. I have both buy side liquidity. See here, buy side liquidity. Here, buy side liquidity. Here, buy side liquidity, obvious liquidity, of course, sell side liquidity, extreme sell side liquidity. Now, if I go for the buy side liquidity, I have thousands of buy side liquidity here. I all time highs here. Then I have buy side liquidity there. Like countless buy side liquidity I have over here. But unfortunately, this market is telling me to look for the sell. I have to bound to look for the sell. I'm bearish, and I'm expecting this market is going to fall. No bullishness, nothing. If any of you are thinking that this is a bullish market, take the buy. Don't hesitate. Go for the buy without any kind of hesitation. Okay, and then later let us know. We are going to write it down. Boom, boom for you. Okay, if you are bullish, go for the buy. I'm not bullish. I will only go for the sell only. Only sell, only sell, only sell. No buy. All I want to do, sell. If this is not going to happen today, the speed I'm not going to get today, I promise you, brother, there will be some kind of event. Okay, like I think on Friday we have PMI news or something like that, because we don't have CPI, NFP, or PF, what is I mean the FOMC. We don't have that. I need some kind of event that will help the market to send it much more lower with speed. Okay, for example, maybe there could be some kind of big news. Okay, like CPI. If I had that, I could say that okay, tomorrow we have CPI, so market is going to go with speed tomorrow. Okay, something like that. Okay, I just don't know. Maybe Amazon earnings, maybe Nvidia earnings, something. I need something that will help me send the market lower. Now I really don't know which type of news I have. I don't have anything except PMI. So until, I guess, maybe until PMI it will wait for that big fall. Otherwise, it can fall today. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. From the 15 from the 15-minute chart, this is the whole price action. And if you come here, okay, around this area, and you want to see the price action, what you have to do, you have to switch the chart here, you have to switch the chart there, right? Like this way. Now I'm coming here to this price action around there. Do I need to switch the chart like this way? No, I don't need it, because it is a clear sideways market. This market is a perfect sideways market for lot of days, okay, something like that. So still, this is a very difficult market. Yesterday it was bit good, okay, comparing with other price action it was good, but I'm not satisfied by seeing this market coming here, as I don't have any higher time frame PD around this area. What do I mean by that? I don't have kind of like, yeah, I can use this breaker block. I know it is logical to use that breaker block, but I was not interested to see the breaker block here. Instead of that, I wanted to see some sort of gap to be traded before falling. Unfortunately, I don't have any gap from 15-minute chart over here, so I have to use it as a random level yet. Okay, so yeah, from the weekly chart, this is the upper quadrant. I know, maybe from the 4 hour chart it has traded something gapped, or something it's trading right now. But from the hourly or 15-minute chart, it didn't trade anything over here. That was most unsatisfied things for me, because when this market came higher, it could simply trade this gap over here, see this gap over here. It could trade this gap, and then it could respect from there, but it went a bit higher and closed this gap perfectly, traded this area, took that liquidity. Now maybe it will fall, but this small thing, this little unperfect thing, I'm not happy with that, because now it's a random level to me. I'm pretty much confused over here. Does it really want to fall from there, or does it want to go higher or beat by using any sort of down close candle, a bit maybe to trade this quarter level of this week, or maybe to retest this gap over here, because this gap is still open, and then it will fall. It's kind of a bit confusing while this market did this one. Now this is a bad market, to be honest. I don't I should not look for the precision, but still, for the satisfaction, when you are framing a trade, you should be very confident about that trade, because you waited for something specific to happen. After that things happened, you went for the trade. Otherwise you didn't go for the trade. Now if you see nothing is happening according to your analysis or according to your expectation, that framing trade is gonna be difficult, and you will always be afraid. Okay, for last few days when I'm framing a trade, I'm feeling afraid. Trust me, brother, I never feel afraid when I frame a trade, because I know it's a losing trade, it's a winning trade. I don't need to worry about that. I wait for the specific thing to happen, then frame the trade. But for last few days, what is happening, I'm waiting for something, it is not happening. Then I am bound, like I feel like, okay, I have to frame a trade, so I'm framing a trade. It's not a confident trade. It's not something like I'm so much confident that I'm going to get that. Yeah, maybe I act like that way. It's a confident trade, but actually it's not a confident trade. For last few days, no trade I'm framing with confidence. I'm just fed up with this price action. I have no idea how long it's going to happen, but I believe this is very soon. It's gonna be over, and it is like by today or tomorrow, something like that. I hope this is gonna be done and market is going to be beautiful again. However, the things I told you over here, when this market came until that area, from this 50% of this week quadrant level, 50%, and the upper quadrant, these two line, I'm gonna use it as my high time frame right now, because I don't have anything else over here. So from the 15-minute chart as well, I'm looking for this sell side liquidity, this low, that low, that low, all of this sell side liquidity, which is aligned with the volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance, as well as weekly weak 50%. See, it's a lot of sell side liquidity over here, and by using this high time frame over here, again, not a good high time frame point of interest, but I really don't have anything else over here except this breaker block. I'm not interested to add this breaker block to my analysis, because it's not the perfect one. However, so let's see if it can keep falling for the sell side liquidity by the opening 9:30, and of course I'll see the opening gap around 9:30, Judah swing, all the things we'll see. Finally, I would love to see if the market can fall. If it fall, then I'll frame the trade. If it is highly volatile, of course, I don't like to go for 80 handle stop loss, 90 handle stop loss. For me, like 30, 35 handle with this volatile market, good. It's good. 30, 35 handle. So either I'll frame the trade for 30, 35 handle, or I'll just let this go. I'll wait for something good to happen so that I can frame a trade with a smaller stop loss. And yeah, this is for the beginning of the stream, or in other words, this is kind of the pre-market analysis. If you come to this Dow chart, you'll be able to see that this Dow is extremely bearish now. So this Dow seems like this clean lows is going to be cleared, then this obvious liquidity, then this volume imbalance. Dow is reaching for that. Okay, so previously it was extremely bullish, and then finally it started to be bearish. Now let's see if Dow can keep falling and the other markets can keep follow the Dow. So from the weekly chart, you can see there is a weekly. Okay, so actually a lot of things over here. Don't get confused, but from this weekly chart, it was extremely bullish over here, but now it is seems like extremely bearish. I have this relatively equal lows as the things I told you just before over here. From the weekly chart, this is the weekly candle, so this candle didn't close yet. So don't think it's a bearish. It can simply close over here. You'll see a huge wick over here, and the body close over there. So it's the running wick, no need to think about this one. So avoid this candle except all of other candles. Until here it was struggling, and then feels like it's a bearish market. From the 4 hour chart over here, I have the small gap over here. You see around this area, a small gap, these two black line from the 4 hour chart that is holding the market. These two black line over here, this is the last FVG. Market is holding it. Otherwise this sell side liquidity is so obvious to me. Then this sell side liquidity, by using any of this bearish gap and using this gap as a inverse way, can the market fall? For this sell side liquidity, that's my importance today. So if this Dow is going to fall for this sell side liquidity, Nasdaq is obviously going to follow Dow, and it's also going to fall. It's my opinion again. And of course the E-mini S&P ES is also bearish, even though I have some buy side liquidity here and I don't have any clean sell side liquidity for ES, but still both other market is falling, so I hope it is also going to fall. And it's time to wait for the 9:30 open, and we will open for 9:30 to see if we can find something to trade. On my right hand side, this is a 15-minute chart. Okay, and on my left hand side, this is, wow, this is just 1 minute chart. Wow, price action, right? Wow, price action. This is really wow, price action. However, and I have some sell side liquidity here. I'm gonna keep them. Market is going to open within 2 minutes. I have no sell side liquidity there, but I have a huge sell side liquidity over here from yesterday. This sell side liquidity actually my interest to see can the market go for that sell side liquidity by today. At the same time, did it leave any buy side liquidity? No, 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 no. Okay, it didn't leave any buy side liquidity, but it has left us some kind of obvious liquidity. So I'm gonna keep that just in case if the market interested to go for that buy set or obvious liquidity. So this high has been cleared over here by a shallow run. I'm just gonna keep that. Not interested to see that is going to be cleared, but if it really go for that clean, I mean relatively equal highs. Market is going to open within 1 minute, and let me see what is the regular trading hour. Okay, so it's very near to this sell side liquidity. So the opening gap is not gonna be huge. That's a good sign. It's not going to be huge opening gap. Okay, guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel, and Nvidia tomorrow. Okay, then it can wait for tomorrow before the big fall. So market fall, this is the opening. I'm not going to mark this regular trading hour. If you want, you can mark it because this is a very small gap, and market already traded the 50% or maybe the lower quadrant of this opening gap already. Okay, so as I'm bearish, I just not interested to use this gap to mark. But yeah, of course, you can do it like this way and use it as a resistance. If you see the body close below this gap, you can use it as a resistance here. That's the opening gap. Let's see how it's going. I don't have any prior to 9:30 gap, so I can use that gap to find out, is this a bullish, is this a bearish. I don't have anything like that. Okay, so I'm just not going to mark the prior to 9:30 gap. Instead of that, will solely depend on the price action. I'm only interested to take the sell, so I will let all the up round go. If it really would love to go higher, I'll let them go, and then I'll frame the sell setup. No sell is valid from here because market is already a long fall. Okay, it has fallen a lot. So I'm not interested to take any sort of sell after this big fall around 9:30. I need the retracement or I need the manipulation before going for any sort of trade. If it doesn't do that, keep falling, I'm not gonna participate in this price action for sure. Just let me check the volatility. Oh man, every day is same. About 700. However, if any of your bias is bullish, please try to understand the fact, brother. I'm seeing the market in a way. Maybe you are seeing the market in different way. So your bias can be bullish. There is nothing wrong to have the bullish bias. But if your bias is bullish, don't hesitate to go for buy. Just take the buy. Okay, just do your own trading. Be yourself. I hope you got my point. Okay, for the first time, I'm going to take a sell from this gap. Let me here. The first trade for today. Okay. Okay, if it miss me, then I'm gonna cry. Oh God. I hope it will take me. If it doesn't take me, then I'm gonna let this go. What can I do, man? If it happens, then what can I do? The hell is that? Oh man. Hmm. Who is in this trade? Oh man. I don't need this anymore. Actually, it already left a lot, so I can't actually take the trade right now. It just came to this volume imbalance. So while it tap to this volume imbalance, I'm not interested to go for the sell after tapping over here. If I could take this trade over here, maybe I could hold the trade for this volume imbalance. Now it's not valid anymore. Come on. I'm in this trade. Congratulations, brother. I hope you will get your boom. I missed the trade. When it tapped over here, I'm not holding the trade. Sorry, I'm not going to. If even if I were in this trade, I would close the trade over here because this volume balance is a strong volume balance. I don't want to go against this one. Yeah, I'm expecting it is going to be broken. Market is going to come here at least, but at the same time, I'm not going to go against this strong volume balance where I have seen anytime this market came to this volume balance, it has been rejected from there. So yeah, at least if any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken the partial. At least partial has been cleared over here. If any of you are in this trade, okay, I don't know. because this is a very strong zone. Okay, it can stop the market, send it higher again. It has that power. Not from 50-minute chart, it's from daily chart. Where is Tamimi? Tamimi is not here. Sophia is here, I see. FL trader Tamimi is here. Nvidia tomorrow, yes, beautiful price action. I'm in this trade. Why everyone is quiet? Don't worry, brother. Market is actually mm, going to give us a lot of entry opportunities very soon. If I miss the first one, Norris will go for the next one. I'm short from 25,852. 25,852. Oh, you actually took the entry before 9:30. That's cool, brother. Okay, thank you so much, brother, for being over here, FL Trader. Love you, man. I just closed that mobile version because people are getting confused. Why, brother? Why that mobile version? Why you are doing through that mobile live streaming from that mobile? So I stopped doing that. Let's stay over here. Thank you, sir, for being over here. Tamimi, thank you, sir, for being over here. However, if I find a buying opportunity, I'll take that on because I have missed this sell, so I'll take a buy over here. Okay, from the reaction of this volume imbalance, if I find that opportunity, I'll go for this buy. Uh, it's a short-term retracement buy, so I'll try to catch it if the sell side liquidity is not taken. If the sell side liquidity is taken, I'm not going to take that buy for sure. I have to watch this sell side liquidity how it is going to actually going to be taken. The mobile is good though because it will grow your stream. Yeah, it's true, but people are getting confused. What can I do, brother? They're thinking that the chat. I mean, maybe they're not getting the point. Yeah, we'll talk about that. If you guys really think that I can do both, it will be easier for you. See, right now the subscriber is 11,815. I'm getting a lot of subscriber actually by using that mobile version. A lot of subscriber, huge subscriber. So I was thinking that if I could continue, but people are getting confused. That's why. What should I do? Okay, so see the rejection from the daily volume imbalance, top of the daily volume imbalance. This is called the rejection. I'm interested to go for a buy here if the body can close above this candle. I know it's not a big, very beautiful candle, but still, I'm going to take a buy over here as long as this market is not reaching to this gap from this volume. Okay, I don't think so. It's going to give me that opportunity. Now, this is not my fault, right? I was interested to take the buy from here until there, but before I entered, already market is over there. So my bad luck. Okay, I'll just say this is my bad luck. And oh man, that would awesome. That would be awesome. Awesome, man. Awesome. It's a short-term buy opportunity, but unfortunately, it just rejected. And look at this volatility of this candle, man. Come on, 87 handle. Wow. I'm in long. Wish me luck. Of course, man. Best of luck, brother. You are going to get a huge boom. If you are in this buy, make sure that you're not holding the trade more than this gap over here from 15-minute chart. It's a suggestion, okay? At least take the partial, brother. What I would do, I would take the partial here. I would hold the trade for this gap over here. Good luck. Hmm. Again, I have to wait. Okay. So my first option was to take the sell from this area. I market didn't give me that. My next option was to take the buy from this order block. Market didn't give me that. Let's wait for the next opportunity then. You have to understand this small fact over here. It's not a reversal. I don't believe. Excuse me. It's not the reversal, it's called the reaction from this daily volume, only volume imbalance. Okay, daily only bullish period. This is the only bullish period from the daily chart. I don't have anything else. So whenever this market came here, you have to be very careful. I don't know that it's going to reject from there, reject from here, reject from here, reject from here, reject from here, where the market is rejecting from. I don't know that, but when first time it tapped to the top, it means sell is gone. you should not and you should not frame a new sell over here, or if you win a trade you have to take the partial over here, then you can hold the trade as long as you want. But this is the scenario. If you can understand this small portion of the area, you'll be able to frame a buy setup as well, not for a reversal, for a retracement, or maybe 30-40 handle, something like that. I'm just watching, can it reach to this gap? If it come to this gap, I'll start to frame another sell from this gap. Okay, from now I'm not looking at this one. Sorry, what to say? I mean the small vol. I mean buy side liquid. I'm not watching it right now. I'm watching how this market is reacting from this 50-minute last FBZ. So I will start to frame a sell again from this gap. If it provide me any sort of selling opportunity, I'll go for that. Be careful, and be careful with your funded account. Why is everyone quiet? So quiet. What happened? You are in a trade. That's why you're quiet. So my buy run is done. I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy anymore. I don't want to see any sort of buying opportunity anymore. Either this is going, I am going to use this candle as an how to say that, as an order block. If that means if the body can close below this candle, I'll try to frame a sell from this order block, or I will look for a gap here to look for to use it as an inverse gap or any sort of first fair value gap or anything. Okay, so whatever this market is going to provide me, I'm gonna catch that. Can it keep going higher for this bicycle? Of course it can, because it still seems like a random level to me, even though it has traded the upper quadrant of this weekly week, but still that seems like a random level to me. But however, as I don't have anything else, I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna expect this market is going to reverse again from this last FBZ from the 15-minute chart. So any kind of selling opportunity for now, I'll go for that. Uh, Concentrating on the chart, brother. That's why it seems quiet. Yeah, I'm feeling that, brother. I'm feeling that. Yes, I'm praying it will hit my target profit. Where is your target? 2642. 2642. What is that? 2642. I don't know what is that, brother. I think you took the entry from the ES or something like that. We are here and listening to you. Thank you so much for being over here, brother. Suzivan. I'm not framing any other trade right now. If there is a selling opportunity, I'll go for that. If there is no selling opportunity, I'll let this run go. How long it will go? I have no idea. I have no idea. When the market is going higher, I have no idea how far it will go. Maybe, no, I don't know. But I'm not going to frame the trade. I wanted to take it from the bottom. It didn't, so I'm not going to take any sort of trade right now. It's not the order block anymore, as the market is going to break this gap. So I can't use this candle as an order block anymore. I have to wait for better case of scenario. This is not a good area to find a opportunity to take the entry, at least not from 1 minute chart. Maybe there is some opportunity from 13 second, 30 second, 15 second chart, but not from 1 minute chart. I can't see anything. If you find anything, that's good. The obvious liquidity has been cleared. The next PDR is over here, this new day opening up. So I'll try to frame another sell from this area. So when the market will reach over here, I'll start to look for selling opportunity from that area. I believe there is nothing else less no, nothing else. That's gonna be the next area to frame the cell. If it can reach over here, I'll try to frame the cell from there. Yeah. Nothing here. Let me see on the for hourly chart. Nothing. Yeah. That is the next level. I will frame the sell from there. The market will fall from here. I'll do nothing. It will fall from there. It will keep falling, falling, falling. Take that sell side liquidity. I'm just doing nothing. It come here. I'll start to look for sell again. I need a PD array that I can use to frame a sell. Good morning, team. I'm so happy I recovered from my loss yesterday. Congratulations, brother. Don't overtrade. Hope you'll be survive in this market. Why did you take the buy, brother? Can you please tell that? Trade pick. Why did you take the buy? What gave you so much confidence to look for that buy, brother? Nobody's subscribing today. Yeah, I'm missing that subscriber. If I do that mobile stream, then I at least get some subscriber over there. But here, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting likes. I'm not getting subscribers. I'm not getting anything. Oh man. So it came here to this new day opening cap over here. You can see it's tapped over here. It's time to look for another selling opportunity for me. So I'll start to look for sell again from here. I'll start to look for sell again from that area. Let's see if it can make the order block over here. And if it close below this candle, I'll take the sell from this order block. If it doesn't keep going higher, I'll let this fall go. Sorry, let this run go as long as it wants to go higher. I don't care about that buy run because I'm not able to enter to the market right now over here after big run. I tried it here. I didn't get the entry. I don't have any opportunity right now to chase this market. If any of you would love to chase it, please go for that. For me, no chasing market is allowed. 1 hour CB from February 16th 8 p.m. that is inversed has been holding price higher. Okay. I don't think so. It's gonna be the or okay, the highest up close body close candle. I thought it's going to be the highest up close body close candle. It's not. Doesn't look a good candle rather than this is better. If the body close below this line, one tick below this line, I'll try to take this sell. Stop loss is above the order block plus 1 2 handle, something like that. I'm just confused, should I use this one or that one, which one I should use as an order block. I'll go with this one, okay, because it's better candle rather than this candle. Body has to close below this line. If the body doesn't close, I'm not going to take this trade. I'm just a bit afraid it can work as an order block, but I will go with this one because it's better, okay, looking better than, rather than this one. I'll just go with this one. But for this one, it could be a better entry opportunity, better stop loss, better target. No, I'll go with this lower. I can be wrong over here. This can be the order block. That means after trading this order block, market can start to fall. I'm saying sorry to you beforehand because I'm a bit confused here which one I should look for as an order block. I decided to go with this one instead of that one, uh, because it seems good to me rather than this candle. Okay, so I can be wrong over here. I can miss this trade, but I'm taking this risk. I just need the confirmation by this candle. That's However, if any of you would love to take the buy, please make sure you are going for the buy. You're not taking any short. Walaikum salam, Shinob. Sinob, how are you, brother? Guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel. If any of you are new over here, please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please, 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 guys. After that big run, market will do some consolidation. It's absolutely normal. No need to worry about that. It's not something like market just came here with so much speed. Now it will fall again so much speed. It's not something like that. So it will do some consolidation after the expansion. It's too obvious. I'm just interested to catch the reaction. Afraid that this was the order block. Man, I was just confused which one I should use as an order block. I think I've taken a 1:1 partial here, and then I'll try to hold the trade for here. Okay, you can see the partial is around 1:1, 27.50, 27.75. Okay, almost 1:1. So first trade for today. Let's see how it is going to work. Okay. Just 9 more handle, just 7 more handle. I need just 7 more handle, 4 more handle. There you go. The partial has been cleared. Stop loss is at the break even. here, it should be safe because you should expect some sort of unfilled gap over here, right? So partial cleared, stop loss break even. We'll see if it can give me that run for 8400. If it gives me, good. If it doesn't give me, still that is also good. It's gonna be a boom on the downside. Thank you so much, Creep. I already got a partial at least, but let's see if it can give me the boom. Now I'm expecting some gap to open here, some sort of gap to open here. If I see it left that gap open, I'm not going to target here. Instead of that, I'm going to target this last FVZ. But it depends on the gap it is going to create. So by the third or fourth candle, if it doesn't trade this gap, leave that gap open, or I can just simply close the trade over here. 64 handle is not all right. I don't know that it's gonna be unfilled or not. But if it is unfilled, I can target much more lower. Much more lower. I can target much more lower. If market leave this gap open by the third or fourth candle. Okay, so like next 2 to 3 candle, if it doesn't fill this gap 100%, I will be I'll be okay to keep holding the trade maybe until this sells at liquidity. I don't care. All is going to depend on this gap, how market is treating this gap. If it show the speed that market went through this area, okay, market doesn't want to trade this, it would love to keep falling. That is the best case of scenario. Some portion of this gap should be open. If it is not, I'm not going to hold this trade. Do you understand the fact? Some short of this gap should be open. That's why my stop loss is just above this gap. I believe a small portion of this gap will be open. If it is not, I'm going to get a stop out. That portion of this gap is still open. Reacting from the 50-minute inversion fair value gap. It can react, brother, but I need to see the bullish PDR is going to be broken with speed because it has to fall. If it starts to react with every bullish PDR it has on its way, it's not gonna possible for me uh to trade this market, right? So if it would really would love to fall, it should break the bullish PDRA with speed. It should show like disrespect. I'm not respecting any bullish PDRA because I'm bearish. I'm going toward that way. So whoever is coming on my way, I don't give a shit. It should work like that way. That's why I need this gap to fill to be unfilled, and market should give me the speed by the meantime. Okay, so at the same time, look at the time over here. See, 9:59. So I'm not in a wrong time in the trade. I'm in a trade. My trade is uh, in a time when we can expect some speed, right? Like to the top of the hour, we can expect some kind of speed. I'm afraid that maybe market will go higher first before falling, but it's okay. I'll just let this go. Even if I close the trade right now, it's 45 handle. Not a bad trade, okay? But I'm just trying to hold it, catch it like if I can catch it over here. So something like 92 handle. Let's go for that. Next candle is 10 a.m. candle. Let's see if I can survive by the next candle. All I want to see this gap to unfill. It should not fill this gap, okay? So I'll put it just one tick above this gap. So let's trail the stop loss a bit later. I need speed now. Hmm? See this bullish period from 15-minute chart? Market should not respect this bullish period, not at all. It should break this gap with speed from the 15-minute chart. If it starts to respect this bullish period, it means that market maybe wants to go higher one more time. I don't want to see that. I want to see it will go through this gap with this speed, and market will show me no nothing. Okay, so something like that. See this candle? I was interested for this type of candle. If it really would love to give me the boom, that you go. It will load within a moment. Okay, it will load. Why it's not loading? I don't know. I'm going to close it by going to close the position. I think it's already closed, but it will load. I can hold the trade now for this gap over here. I don't know that it will reach over here or not, but the price is telling me to hold the trade. Do you know why? Because this gap is open. This gap is still open. Some portion of this gap is still open. This is the power of this unfilled gap. If you see this, you will see this. It is like one is to one to another. Okay, something like that. So our first trade is a boom. Uh, After missing one, two trade, we have found an opportunity here. I was afraid for a moment to think that this could be the order block, but as I told you, I took that risk. Okay, to be honest, I was not happy with this candle to mark it as an order block. I was a bit confused, so I took the bait. If it doesn't give me, okay, I'm okay with that. If it gives me, I'll go for this trade. So I hope some of you are in this trade with me. At least you got some boom. I can see some boom to the comment after a long time. I'm seeing the boom, and I already got a subscriber. So 816 subscriber. Thank you so much, whoever subscribed, and welcome to our family, brother. First trade, a winning trade for 92 handle, and it's time to wait for again. Now I missed the opportunity to enter again over here. Why? Because market already moved a lot. I love to enter into the market at the beginning of the run here, at the beginning of the run, at the beginning of the run. So I was trying to frame a order block entry over here. The same entry I framed it over here. So I missed it. I got it. Now it's time to wait for the next opportunity. Thank you, Suzivan, Jency, Jamil, Sophia. This feels so good. Yeah, Sophia, after I've been, it's really so good. Thank you so much, sis. Hey, Jamil, thanks for the penguin, man. Hey, team, boom. Thank you so much, man. By the way, is there anyone who was in this trade with me? Nothing like I just suddenly didn't go for the trade. I clearly told you that if it go through this, I will frame the next trade from this new day opening gap. I'm not going to frame any trade from there. Even if it fall from there, I don't give a shit. I will wait for this market to come to this new day opening gap, and then I'll try to frame a trade from there. If it went through this new day opening gap, I will wait for this area to take another sell. It was absolutely outlined, or all I mean to say, you have to plan your trade before you push the button. So market is falling, suddenly you came in for a full chart and push the button. No, you have to wait for a specific thing to happen, then go for the trade. I'm just trying to show you how to wait and then execute your trade, right? If this market fall from there, I wouldn't do anything over there. So not from here, okay, from here. I wouldn't do anything if it wouldn't touch this line, because this is the higher time frame point of interest. You need it to frame a trade. However, I got to subscribe. I'm very happy, guys. Apex is 90% discount. I believe today is the last day of this offer. If any of you are interested about that 90% discount, Apex, use the code T2T. To the bottom top corner, you can see on the left top corner, it's written over there, Apex T2T. And Take Profit Trader, we have a code as well, like T2 Wizard. Tradify, Blue Guardian Futures, Lucid Trading. At the end, Lucid Trading, we have still 40% discount if I'm not wrong with Lucid Trading. If you want to use the code T2 Wizard for all of them, I'll be grateful. For Apex T2T, I'm not responsible for this. Tamim is responsible for this. He told me that to make Apex special, to make it like T2T. Ah man. So the only different code is T2T for Apex for 90% discount, and rest of all like Lucid and Take Profit Trader has 40% discount. In my opinion, Take Profit is the best, but still it's your choice, whichever you like. And Tradify PGF has 42 Wizard as well. Thank you, Sophia, for that penguin, sister. Khurshid, you are in this trade with me. Congratulations, brother. It's a small size because I have been so conservative. This, what did you say? Month. I really didn't get the point. Right now, I have nothing to do. I have to wait for the next opportunity. So I'm waiting for the next opportunity. When I'll find the next opportunity, I'll go for the next trade. Okay. It's time to wait to see if it can fill this gap 100%. I'm gonna keep this gap 100% here. Now it's time to see if it can keep this gap 100%, fill this gap 100%. If it can do that, I'll start to look for the breaker block over here. Not the perfect one, but still I'll look for the breaker block, bearish breaker block. Hey, I pillar rates. Thanks for that 100, brother. I missed that. Thanks for the boom, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I'm going to go now. Good luck on your trading. Brother, maybe you will get the second boom. I hope so, brother. Thanks for being over here, man. Can you check there was last 1 minute fair value gap? Can you check there was last 1 minute fair value gap? Thank you. I didn't know that. But thank you so much. Yes, brother. That's the 1 minute last fair value gap as well. Boom. If it is filled 100%, then I'll look for a breaker block. If it is not, I'm not doing anything over here. This market didn't clear any liquidity yet. It didn't do anything over here. I have nothing to do. You wanna go for a trade? Welcome. Go for that. I have to wait for the next opportunity to create before going for any other trade. I don't need to go for any other trade, but if I would love to go for that, I have to wait for that. I just can't simply enter over here because market is bearish. I can't do that. If you can do it, go for it. Or if you are bullish, take the buy. 150 watching, only 66 likes. Less than 44% of viewers did like the stream. Come on, smash the like button. It's free. Absolutely, it's free. You don't need to worry about that. If you push the like button, your bank account is not gonna be empty. I promise you, brother. It's gonna be full but not empty. I might. Okay, 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 okay. Can you show your dealing range? What do you mean by dealing range, brother? Which dealing range you are asking for? I need more precise question. Like deserved. Thank you so much, story. I mean, how to say? I mean, a story, right? A story, yeah. A story, and I marked that. Thank you so much, brother. I didn't notice I have this. I actually marked it. It was marked over there, but I forgot to extend it to my right. But thank you so much for that information. Yeah, that is the 1 minute last FBZ as well as this new day opening gap over here. These two things is over here to frame this sell. From the change in state of delivery. I was a bit confused about this candle and that candle. I decided to go with this one and I went for this one. Wow, boom. Ah, ah. If any of you would love to go for a trade right now, you can go for that. But it's the time to wait for the trade. Try to understand the fact, brother, over here. What happened? This market fall and after falling, cleared some liquidity, leave the extreme liquidity open, respected the daily bullish period so beautifully. Dramatically it went higher. This is called inducement leg. This is the leg people started to believe this is a bullish market. See this inducement leg over here, people started to believe this is a bullish market. Market came here, traded a bearish PDRA. Now it fall here. Now if it keep falling, nobody is going to chase the market because it was a very fast market. Came here, 1 2 3 4 5 candle just keep going higher, so a lot of people miss to take that buy. So what this market is going to do now? It's going to fall and then started to retrace from there so that people can enter right now, chase the market. I miss the trade here. I miss the entry here. I'm going to take the entry over there. I'm going to take the entry over here. So they're taking the entries right now. When they're taking the entries, then this market will start to fall. So this market has to go higher before falling. Otherwise, nobody is going to get stopped out, right? Nobody is going to enter into this market. It has to go higher first before falling. So I was waiting for that higher run. How far? Fill this gap 100%. Not this high. This high can't be traded, or this high can't be taken because this is the origin high. If this market go above this high, a lot of people will be profitable. So I'm not going to expect this market is going to go above that high. Fill this gap 100%. All I need now, low, sorry, high, low, higher, high. Until now I didn't get it, or I get it actually, high, low, higher, high. So for this is the lowest down close body close candle. The next candle, market is going to close below this candle. I'm going to take the sell from this breaker block. So this is my plan right now. Okay, as long as this market is not going to build another breaker block, I'm going to use it as I'm going to plan to use it as my breaker block. The first time this market will fall close below this, I'll take the sell from that breaker block for this sell side liquidity. So I've already made my plan. Now it's time to wait for that plan to execute. This is how I plan, then I execute. I hope you got the point. But brother, it's not going to fall. Market is going to go higher. What I will do? Just I'll let this market go higher. I'm not going to touch this market. This high is taken. It means this breaker block is invalid. I'm not going to take the entry from this breaker block anymore. So whatever I'm going to do over here, that all has to be synchronized with each other. This high can't be taken. Market has to close uh below this candle to frame the sell. Otherwise, if one side is cut from the I mean something is not right over here. For example, this high is taken, this high is taken. I'm not going to use it as a breaker block, or as long as this market is not going to close below this breaker block, there's no trade for me. I'll keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep. Beautiful trade, Chitu. Thank you, Sophia. Love you, sister. FL Trader, thank you so much, ma'am. Like deserved. Thank you so much, brother. What is your strategy and from where we can learn? Uh, uh, what is my strategy? I don't know what to say about that. I am trading through the ICT concepts. If it helps you, and if you really would love to learn, you can watch the study folder from the YouTube channel, brother. You can watch it from there. How is that breaker block? I don't see a lower low. Why you need the lower low? You need a higher high. Look over here. High, low, higher high, right? This lowest down close body close candle, when this market is going to inverse it, this is going to be the breaker block. You need the lower low to look for the bullish breaker block. You need the higher high to look for the bearish breaker block. Okay? Again, I'm not asking any of you to think like that, think like me. If you want to go for any other trade or any other way, just go for that. You are bullish, go for the buy. You are bearish, go for the sell. Do whatever you want to do. I would love to plan it, then I would love to execute the trade. When I have executed the trade, I'm done. I don't care about that market anymore. I don't know what is going to happen, but this is gonna be difficult for me. Let me see if I can put the stop loss to the logical level. I can't do it from here. I can do it now. I can't do it here. This is an situation for me. First of all, let me tell you the situation, then you decide. Okay, lowest down close body close candle is the breaker block. Above this breaker block, this is the highest bullish fair value gap. So if I take the entry over here, I have to cover this sorry, what to say, bullish fair value gap as inverse gap. That means if the market wants to go and go above the breaker block, which is called the mohawk, it can go maximum until this inverse gap. So I have to cover that inverse gap. What I can do, first I can take the entry over here, I can cover this breaker block here, and I can target maybe here. Okay, just make it here, the last ABC. This is the first thing I can do over here, which is 52 handle. If I'm wrong, I'll take a 52 handle, or maybe a wick will did the damage. Just wick tap here and then started to fall. So I will take a 52 handle loss. I am not interested to take that 52 handle loss. What is the next opportunity? Put the stop loss just above this breaker block, just above it. It's a risk over here. That means I'm not interested to miss this trade, okay, in that type of scenario. So what I'm going to try here, market will close below this, tap to this breaker block, and then it will keep falling. Or maximum it will trade the mean threshold of this breaker block, but never is going to violate this high of this breaker block. If it violate it, I will take a 26 handle risk because market was interested to trade this inverse gap. So market came here, I am wrong. I took a 26 handle risk. Then I can go for another trade while this market will go below this breaker block with that same 26 handle risk. So same 52 handle, I can I can divide by two trade over here. Okay, so two trade I can divide it by two trade, or maybe it didn't stop me out. Instead of that, just trade here and fall so beautifully. I never get the stopped out. So otherwise, it's an awesome trade, right? If I don't get stopped out, what else I can do over here? I don't care what the market is going. Okay, all I care, did it close below this? If it close below this, I'm going to go for this trade. What else I can do? I can take the entry over here and covering this inverse gap with the smaller stop loss. The entry is to the top of this breaker block. It means when this market is going to fall, it's a highly risky trade because there is a high probability I'll miss the trade. Market will trade this breaker block low or maybe mid threshold or maybe just a bit below of this mid threshold, and then it will start to fall. I will miss this trade. What you do in this type of scenario? What I do, I try to take the entry like a bit higher and try to put the stop loss a bit higher here above the breaker block, not by covering this inverse gap, instead of this like this. Okay, so something like bit higher, maybe lower quadrant of this breaker block, not exactly the 50% to take that risk. That means there will be a high probability market will close and take me, and then market will fall. I'll try to do this. I know I'm risking a lot over here. 26 handle. I'm not inspiring any of you to go for this trade like this way. You can go for the trade or you can leave this because it's a highly volatile market. Up to you. I think my point is clear. Please later don't come and tell me that, brother, it's a losing trade. Please don't tell me that. You will see, did the market respected that volume imbalance or not? Okay, sorry, this breaker block or not? And I'm going to target this 54 handle is more than enough. First time it will close below this breaker block, I'll try to take this sell. As long as this market is not going to take this high. If this high is cleared, I'm not going to take this trade. Or if this market come here to this last FVG without me, then I'm not going to take this trade. So neither of this happened. I'll go for this trade and will take this trade, try to take this trade from the breaker block. Again, I can miss this trade because I'm not taking the trade exactly from the bottom of this breaker block. I'm taking a bit risk from the lower quadrant. Up to you. But I'm sharing with you what is my plan, how I'm going to make this plan, what I'm waiting for, how long I'm waiting for, and why I'm waiting for that. Why is that a reasonable entry for me? Why I'm not interested to look for buy, why I'm interested to look for sell, and when I should look for that sell, when I should not go for any type of entries. Every single thing I'm explaining to you. I'm trying to explain to you. So I hope it will help you a lot to understand to specifically about the FOMO. Some of you are afraid of missing opportunity. Oh, I'm going to miss the opportunity. No, I don't care, man. This market is a bullish. I don't care. I'll miss all the run. The way I missed all of this run here, I'll miss all of this run again. I don't care. All I care, if the market give me the selling opportunity, I'll go for this sell. For example, it didn't build this breaker block, didn't give me the sell from this breaker block. Instead of that, this high is taken. I'll start to look for sell again from here around this setup from a new setup. I'll start to take that selling opportunity from here. If it went through this, I'll look for the next period to look for the sell again. But I don't care about the bull run. The market will keep going higher. I don't give a shit. What is up with Apex Prop from? What is up with Apex Prop from? What is up? 90% up. 90% discount, brother. I'm not able to understand breaker block. What's the video, brother? Breaker block is the easiest thing, brother. Why it's difficult? I think last time I talked about the breaker block with someone in Discord live. I think, if I'm not wrong, I showed that in details over there. Is 5 the 10 11 water block? This one? 10, 11. I think you are talking about this one. Okay. If you'd love to use it as your order block, what type of order block is that? My question is, what type of order block is that? Order block means change in state of delivery. What change in state of delivery? What type of change in state of delivery is that? I don't know. Did I ask you the right question or in the right way or not? Order block is change in state of delivery. So while this market was bullish, see, it was bullish, 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 bullish. Look at this 50-minute candle. It is bullish. No, everybody can say that this is a bullish market. And then I used a higher time frame PDRA to use 1 minute change in state of delivery to take the sell. What the job it is doing? Is there any market structure shift? Is there anything that you can use to change the state of delivery? I don't see any. However, this is not a valid trade anymore because this is not the breaker block anymore. I have a new breaker block, so I have to mark that one. High, higher high. In between these two, I have the lowest down close body close candle. Now it's a big breaker block, so I'll just mark the body to body. I'll just mark the low as well because it is important to validate this breaker block. So that's why I just added the low. It will keep going higher. I will do nothing over here. You wanna take the buy? Go for that. I really appreciate it, brother or sister. I'm not going to take any trade if it doesn't give me the selling opportunity. Buy, I'm not interested. I will be happy if the market prove me wrong, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to go against the price action. Price action is telling me to look for the sell as it left this sell side liquidity. So beautiful sell side liquidity open over there. I'm more interested to look for sell and this sell side liquidity as long as it's not going to be cleared. I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. The breaker block will be invalid if this high is taken. At the same time, I would love to see if it can build an SMT. That means ES is going to take that high. Nasdaq is going to fail to take that high, which is an SMT. If I see the SMT, I'll frame a trade here. Then I will add more over there. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Subscribe to our channel, whoever is new around this area. I believe that I talk too much. I know that. I talk too much, too much, too much. But still, I believe maybe it will help you a bit, okay? Help you a bit to maybe to be patient. I don't know how to say, but I talk too much. I'm so sorry for that. But I'm not doing any rant outside of the price actions. If I talk about the price action. I think so most of the time. All I'm watching here, can the market take that high? If this high is taken, this breaker block is invalid. That means I have to wait for a new model to create before going for the trade. New model, not the breaker block is valid anymore. The market is trading this new to opening up one more time, and this 1 minute last FVZ I can see it's trading that as well. Hope for the best. Time to patience and wait for the perfect opportunity. That's the right thing right now you should do. If your bias is bearish, if your bias is bullish, maybe there is an opportunity to take the buy because this is the area to think about the buying opportunity. So if your bias is bullish, this is the area you should look for the buy. If I'm bearish, I'm not interested to enter into this market from here. But if I were bullish, maybe I could frame over here because market went higher. Retrace, you will go for the buy again. I'm not bullish. I'm not framing any buy. If you are bullish, frame the buy. I wish I'll be able to show you a perfect breaker block today. Inshallah. Let's see. Patience is the key to success in the markets. The most profitable traders are those who can wait patiently for the right opportunities rather than rushing into trades. Trading requires discipline. I agree with you, brother. Oh, I got another one subscriber. 11,818 subscriber. Thank you so much, brother. Whoever is subscribed. Thank you so much, man. I don't know that. Is it going to leave it like this way, empty or not? But if it do that, no, it didn't. Okay. So there is no breaker block valid. There is no breaker block valid. I have to wait for the new entry opportunity. New model. I have to wait for frame another sell. Again, I can be wrong. This can be a bullish market. Absolutely, it is valid. This can be a bullish market perfectly respected from this gap. I wanted to see it will be broken, but it is respecting this gap as well as this new opening gap over here. Tap to this new opening gap and then going higher so beautifully. But again, I am not bullish, so I'm not framing any trade. So from the daily chart, you can see from the daily chart, I need to see it actually one more time. Let me close this. Gonna be distracted. So this is that volume imbalance today. One more time, market tap to this volume imbalance, rejected from there. Today is a manipulation day. So if it could take the previous day low and then it started to go higher, it could be awesome. Didn't do that. So let's see where it is reaching for and what it is going to do. But I'm not bullish anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not bullish, as long as it's below this bearish period. I'm just interested to look for sell. So let this run go maybe to the high will be taken and then it will fall again. I have to wait for that case of scenario. But I'm not interested to frame any sort of sell. If you are interested to take the sell, please go for that. I will not go for the sell. Today, previous day high and previous day low is highly important. The previous day high and low is very important today. So that's the thing over here from forward chart. So this is the high from yesterday, the Monday high, and there is the volume imbalance, which is the new week opening gap. Yesterday market just tapped to this volume imbalance or the new week opening gap, then rejected from there. Today I wanna see if it can actually take that high, trade this volume imbalance or new week opening gap, maybe the 50%, or maybe the upper quadrant here. See this gap, this two line, purple line, the dotted line. This is the new week opening gap from this week. Let's see if it can reach over there and then start fall. From the hourly chart, this is that last gap, and also it's trading that week. I would love to see where the it's trading for quadrant level. I think it's gonna be broken. Maybe, I'm not sure about that, but maybe it's gonna be broken and going to react from this gap again, new week opening gap over here. So my next entry opportunity, if it really go over here, it will be from there, the sell from there. From the 15-minute chart, really nothing except this last FVG. So if I avoid this one from my chart and keep this one, the last FVG, I think it's going to be broken and market is reaching for this volume balance, which is the new opening gap. Back to 1 minute chart. But their bias is wrong. What did I say? I say I'm only bearish. I will only frame the sell. I got 192 handle trade here, 92 handle trade. I'm more than enough, more than happy for that. It's a bullish market. I don't care. I will not frame the buy. Can you do that? Of course, we can do that. But it's not my intention to show you to go for tilting. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Please don't do that. Instead of that, go one-sided. Wait for the perfect opportunity to your bias and then push your button according to your bias. It's the best case of scenario. Again, if you want to do something else, you can simply go for that. I'm waiting to see if it can reach to this new weak opening gap and then give me another selling opportunity. Or does it want to give me it from this 50-minute last day visit? Wherever it will give me that, I'll take that sell or selling opportunity from that PDR. I don't think so. It's gonna hold the market. The 50-minute last day busy. Let's see. Challenge passed. Congratulations, brother Khalid. This is Monday high. Okay, what I mean to say, ES is around here, around here. YM is around here, and Nasdaq is around here. Still, this is a bearish market. The Nasdaq around here, just going to take that high. And ES is trading this last FBZ. YM is around that area. The weakest sister is showing me power toward the buy side liquidity. That is not good. That is not good. Okay, I'll wait. Anybody has any problem for waiting? I don't have any problem for waiting. We have already got a boom, so we can wait for the rest. I mean, for the next opportunity. I am decided to go for a waiting. 15 green candles in a row. Did you count it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15. 15 green candle. Oh man, it was awesome. One, two, three, four, five. It was five. कितना है? अच्छा, Oh, mm, Change on. আর দূর ভাই। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। কোন আম্মা তুমি? কেন? ঘুমাও, 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 নাটক কম করে ঘুমাও। তুমি আছে? ঠিক আছে আম্মা। আমি রাখলাম। না, তোমার এরকম উল্টা পাল্টা জিনিস মনে হয় কেন আম্মা সব সময়? বিরক্ত লাগে আম্মা। না, এত ভাবে তোমার মনে হওয়ার দরকার নাই। ভাবে মনে হওয়া লাগবে না। হয়। হুম। ওই দেয়ালের শরীরে যত রং ধুয়ে যাওয়া মানুষ নেশার প্রতিহিংসা তো চেতনার যত Brother, you are still guys. I'm sorry. Actually, what happened? There was a message to my phone. I went to that message. Actually, not message, email. I read that email and then I forgot that I'm in live because on my phone the live was not open, and I'm watching exactly the same thing you are seeing over here, except that codes over here. So I'm watching actually the chart. I actually forgot that I'm in live. I'm extremely sorry. Thank you, Suzivan, for giving me the message, brother. I mean, thank you so much, man. I forgot that. Wait, come on, man. I really forgot, man. I was watching this market actually. That was the first entry opportunity. See, just for a bit, it missed me. Second opportunity, just for a bit, it missed me. I'm really fed up with this market. What kind of shit you are? Like here, one too small loss will mitigate all of my profit. I mean, cover it will cover everything. If I could take the entry over here, could hold the trade until that area. It would simply cover all the losses with lot of profit. So my loss was like 13 handle, 17 handle, and I would love to take the entry from here. It's kind of like 60 handle, something like that, 59 handle. But it didn't take me. So I'm really so angry on the market. Now it came actually to this gap, but when did it came? I didn't like it. So after clearing this high, then it came to this gap. I didn't like it. If it wouldn't do that, I could take this trade over here. It take that high and then come here. So something like this. Take that high, then reverse to take the liquidity. it can happen one more time over there. So take that high, then we'll go for one more time for the liquidity. Even though I don't think so it's going to happen, but I was thinking about a buy here because you see here, this is the next PD area market should trade, which is this new week opening gap low. I know this 50-minute last FVG is holding the market, but I don't think so it's that much strong to hold the market. Even it's broken over here. As the market failed to trade the new week opening gap low, I'm pretty much confident it will go higher at as long as it's not going to tap to the low. So not only tap to the low, this is the previous day high as well. So it's going to take the previous day high. But like market was not synced. I was trying to frame the trade, frame the trade, frame the trade, and when I found the opportunity, it didn't take me. This is really so weird. So weird. I'm so sorry, guys. I just closed the stream from my phone because I just had a mail to read that mail and I forgot that I'm in live. Extremely sorry, brother. I didn't do anything wrong. I was talking my mother actually. So I think I didn't say anything weird. However, let's see if I can find something. By the way, please don't frame the buy setup. Okay, I was just doing it. I don't know why. Please don't frame the buy setup. Okay, let the market go higher and then try to frame the sell setup. Mm. Thank you, Suzivan, brother. I really forgot, man. Sometimes it happens when you are in the deep state. Like you are watching something in deeply, you forget something. I hope you guys also experience that things. I'm just not interested to go for this trade anymore because this high is cleared. If this candle didn't clear that high, I would be in this trade actually for the buy for a short period of time. But now I'm just don't look for the buy, please. It was something I didn't want to show. No worries, you didn't say anything bad. Thank you so much, brother. So hope this market. I think that is the only trade for today. I mean, that trade is the only trade we have found here. Except that trade, I don't see any other trade yet. To be honest, please don't look at those buys I was trying to catch. It's not valid, to be honest. The reason is I was thinking I'm alone. I'm doing my shit over there. Okay, so it's not something for you guys. I hope I have already explained why I was thinking about that buy. But I have still 20 minutes left to see if it can take that high, previous high, and then give me a selling opportunity. I'm just waiting for that. So exactly if this happened, I'll go for this type of setup and this trade. But before clearing this high, more importantly, tapping to the low of this new week opening gap, no fall is valid, no sell is valid. There was a small reaction I wanted to catch at the beginning, if you remember. Tried to catch a sell from here to until this gap because this gap has to be traded. It is something first fair value gap. It has to be traded. There's no other way. It has to be traded. So I was framing the trade from this gap because this gap is also very important. And actually, this violation didn't let me get the 20 handle run over here. Then after coming here, it should only look for the buy actually, to be honest, as long as it's not going to tap here, which just tapped over here, the low of this new week opening gap, just tapped over here. I don't think so it's going to reverse from there by leaving previous day high open over there because today's Tuesday. Tuesday is the manipulation day. It should take the previous day high and then I'll see if I can find a selling opportunity within 13 to I mean, sorry, 18 minutes within 18 minutes. Yeah. Previous day high has to be cleared, and then I'll try to look for a sell. You said, but we didn't understand those Bengali languages. That's the benefit to work with the foreign people because you are not going to understand my language, but I can understand yours. ঠিক বলছো না ভাই? কেউ আছেন বাঙালি এখানে? এখানে কেউ আছেন যে বাংলা বুঝেন? That's the previous day high. Market has cleared the previous day high. Any sort of fall now is a high probable sell for me. Any kind of fall right now, anything, anything means anything. I will take that sell. I was really interested to catch that buy from the beginning of this run from that gap. Unfortunately, it didn't take me. By the way, is there anyone who are looking for a buy around that area? That's not previous day high. That's not previous day high. Then my mistake. I'm so sorry. I thought this is the previous day high. Monday high. Okay, so that's not the previous day high. Where is the previous day high? That's the previous day high, brother. Monday. Yeah, yeah, that's the previous day high, brother. You are seeing through the daily chart. So if you go to your daily chart, then you will see the Sunday and Monday price action all together. There is one candle. Let me actually show you this. Why? What I mean to say. You are seeing this high. Actually, this is the high of Sunday, not Monday high. This is the Sunday high. So if you go to your 15-minute chart and if you would love to mark previous day high, you have to mark it from the 50-minute or hourly chart, not from the daily chart. This high is for from Sunday. It's not the Monday high. So this is the previous day high over here. So if this high has been cleared, means previous day high has been cleared, brother. If it doesn't, I mean, if it makes the sense, brother. If I forget sometimes that I'm in live, please give me a message, okay? To the Discord, just mention my name, give me a message, or like, you know, I'm a human being. Sometimes I forget, and I'm also fasting. Sometimes because of the lackings of water, this type of things happen. Please remind me. I'm just watching. Can it tap to this gap, take that high, then close below this gap to give me the selling opportunity? I don't want to use this gap direct way. That means just closed below this. Would love to take the sell from here. I'm not interested to go like that way. So I prefer this market will tap here, then it will go higher, take that high, then it will close below this gap, then I'll take the sell. But again, if you find or if you found the inverse gap in the right way, and this is your perfect inverse gap, please go for that. Okay, I don't believe the gap at the beginning without clearing the liquidity. That's why I'm not going to frame the trade over here. Why is the previous day high not reflected in the daily candle? Because Sunday and Monday, these 2 days candle are going to show you 1 day candle. It's something like, for example, there is a holiday. Okay, something like you have a Wednesday holiday. So the regular trading hour is closed on Wednesday. You open your chart around Thursday and you will see that there is no Wednesday candle. Daily chart. There is no Wednesday candle. There is only a Thursday candle. So they actually see the market depending on the regular trading hour traders. We are not the trader. I have told that a lot of time. We are not the trader. We are just a part of this game, like an invisible part. Nobody care about us. We are our money is nothing. Actually, this market moved by the Wall Street trader who actually trades the regular trading hour. They don't trade this trade. So those people who are seeing this high as the previous day high, if I go to the regular trading hour here, look at this regular trading hour. Okay, so where is your daily high? Here or here? Remember, let me show you this one more time. So this is the previous day high. Here you are seeing this is the previous day high. Don't worry, I'm going to clear that from the daily chart. Right? See here from the daily chart. This is the previous day high here. So I'm coming back to 15-minute chart. This is that high you are seeing. Now, if I go to the regular trading hour, RTH, is there any high over here? Do you see any high? Is there anything over here? Nothing. It's just a gap. This is the candle close. This is the candle open. This is a gap. So this is the high of yesterday. Market open, went higher, fall. The high of the yesterday is here. So if the market is closed or if it is Sunday, then if you would love to look for the previous day high, you have to look it from the 15-minute chart. Easy way to look for that. Again, if any of you would love to take the sell from here, you guys are good to go for that. Or if you want to take the buy from there, You are good to go for that. I will do nothing over here. I'll see if the market can take that high, then closed below this gap, then I'll try to take the sell. Otherwise, I'm not interested to go for the trade. This one trade is gonna be the only trade for today. Like the first trade. So does the previous day high, previous day low need to be marked from the regular trading hour on Sundays or holidays? Then right. Yeah, absolutely. If you have the Sunday or holiday, then you have to look for the regular trading hour to mark the previous day high, or just the 15-minute. If you come to the 15-minute chart, it's gonna be easier to mark. Look over here. If you hover over the cursor here, you'll see the bottom, the date. Okay, so you see Monday 23 February 26 9:45. This is the high from Monday. If I come over here, it will show Sunday 22nd February 2026 6:15 candle high. Okay, so this is the Sunday high, this is the Monday high. You don't need to go to the daily chart to mark that. Just mark it from the 15-minute chart. Easier. I repeat, if any of you would love to go for the sell from there, you can do that. I can miss the trade. I'm not believing this gap. I don't believe in this gap. So I'm not using this gap to take the sell. If any of you would love to do that, please go for that. I just don't believe it, because for the first time, how can I believe that it's going to work as inverse gap? I don't believe that. I found the 22 YT model here, market structure sheet, fair value gap. I can take the sell from this gap if it build and gap over here. However, I'm not going to go for this anything here. I'll just watch the market. So today's market is going to be done by one trade. How long it can fall? This gap. At least for this gap, and then we'll see if it can go through this gap. Then we'll keep looking for the fall. If I miss the sell, for example, here, I can take the sell from here to here. It's a very small run. Just here entry, here exit. I mean, it's not a trade, but I'm just saying the logic here to here. Just nine handle, but think this gap was a bit lower. It could be an awesome trade. Unfortunately, it's just here, so it's a nine handle distance only. We tapped to this last FBC. Now it's time to give some kind of reaction from here before falling again, I believe so. Market went higher, traded the low of this new week opening gap, just tapped the low, body respected so beautifully. Week did the damage, cleared previous day high. Let's see if it can keep falling. Or does it want to go higher again? It's the time for the market to decide what it wants to do right now. I have 22 best YT model as well. Market swing low. Market has cleared the liquidity. This is the market structure shift. So beautiful market structure shift. FVZ here. Entry FVZ. Breakaway gap. That very small gap. I'm just not going to mark it, but breakaway gap. Entry FVZ. The best 22 YT model. So if the market really interested to fall, the last FVZ send the market higher, maybe to give you the entry. If it could do that, then it will start to fall again. From exactly here, I should keep looking for the buy because market didn't trades. Do you guys understand the meaning of the random level? This was a random level. Why? Because market didn't touch the low of this new week opening gap. So all of these highs were random. All of them were random. And then finally market found a strong place to reverse, to trade the low of this new week opening gap and cleared previous day high. See this gap, which is the entry gap. I'm just not going for it because I've already missed the trade. Best 22 YT model. Best 22 YT model. If the market is bearish, okay, I'm just not sure is it bearish or not, but it should be bearish. But if it is bearish now, this is the 22 YT model, fair value gap, breakaway gap, it started to fall. As this market came to this last FVZ, that's why I'm not framing this sell. I'm not taking this sell. If it wouldn't tap over here, I would be in this trade from this entry gap. As it is reversing from last gap, I'm not interested to go for this trade. I hope it will make sense to you. Something is missing. I'm not interested to enter. That's all. I don't care how beautiful that setup is. I really don't care about that. However, guys, it's really not a bad day in my opinion. Our first trade has given us 92 handle. I think it's more than enough for being a profitable trader. By the way, if any of you are green today, please let me know before I close the stream. I didn't realize that. Thanks. No problem, brother. Is there anyone who is green today actually? Please give me this reply if you're not trading. If you're trading, take your time, close your trade, then let me know. After your comment, I'll just close the stream. I'm done for today because it's already moved a lot. It moved a lot, huge. So to the top, to the top. This is the only way to go for the trade right now. I'm not interested to take that risk. I'll just let this go. Hey, Greg, you are green. Thank you so much, brother. At least I got one guy to see that he's green. No trade, waiting for opportunity, miss the first trade. No problem. I don't think so. Uh, there will be any opportunity right now. I think you have to wait for the PM session. I think so, brother, sister. I'm green in one account, red in another account. How severe is that red? Is that severe red or just red? I'm green too. Wow, awesome, Sophia. At least, okay, at least you got some. By the way, is there anyone who got this buy? Because I have seen another buying opportunity which I missed while I was reading the market by myself. I was really frustrated here because I missed the opportunity. But I there was an opportunity. Is there anyone who actually took that buy here because of you are seeing it? Okay, I'm green too. No, small red. Wow, awesome, Suzy one. King, pass one lucid evolution, no trade, one funded. I love you, brother King. Thank you, not thank you for not touching the funded account. By the way, if you using the lucid trading, please use my code T2 Wizard. I'll get some commission over there. If you guys help me, I'll be grateful. That's all. Murshad raid, two losing trades. Still, you are disciplined. Losing trade is just nothing, brother. Next day is the best day. Or I think this gap is going to hold the market, and market is going to take the send it lower according to the 22 IT model. This is the best model. Okay, to be honest, I'm just not interested to take any trade right now because in that type of scenario, maybe I have to wait for 11:45. I'm not interested to wait for 11:45. I would love to close the stream as soon as possible. I'm not. I'm losing interest. Actually, it feels like the people are. I mean, they're too much busy for the trading. Nobody has no question. I'm feeling like that we are here only for trading. I'm not interested to go only for trading. I'm only interested to read the market price action. So when people are more interested about trading, I feel I lose the interest. But yeah, again, Murshad, two losing trade is nothing, brother. Keep patience. I mean, you have to be patient. Don't try to mitigate the loss by today. Let it go or switch the account. Come back tomorrow with much more stronger way. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. I hope that you got something, even though our bias was wrong. We are looking for bearishness. I can't say that my bias is wrong because from the daily chart, you can simply see that one day is green, one day is black. One day is green, one day is black. So, something like green, black, green, green, black, green, black, green. So something like that, right? Black, green, black, green, black, green. So one day is bull, one day is bear. So it's I can't say that it's the uh, bias is wrong, but overall the bearishness, I'm still holding it. The bearishness. At the same time, even if our bias is wrong, we have found a beautiful trade over here. One trade is more than enough. 92 handle is more than enough. I believe so. Still, if you guys think that it's not done, wait for the PM session. In my opinion, you are going to get some beautiful price action maybe around the PM session. And of course, I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. There is no way to look for the buy to this deep premium area while the market has cleared even the previous day high. I don't think so it's a good idea to keep looking for the buying opportunity. I believe this 22 IT model, this is my belief. I'm not going to take it just because it's the launch hour as well as it tapped over here. That's why I'm just not taking this sell. If it missed this gap by one tick, just by one tick, I would be in this trade from here. However, I believe this 22 IT model is going to hold the market, sending it lower. If it happens, I'll be very happy. If it doesn't happen, we'll see you tomorrow then. Can you explain when you lost interest? I didn't understand. I mean, I say that when people are interested about trading, right? They're interested about, brother, push the button, take the entry. I'm only interested about that. Then I lose interest to read the market. The reason is I love people, those people who are interested to ask me the question why you marked that gap, why this gap is important, why this two line is important, why you are expecting this gap is going to be so strong so that it can send the market higher. Then I'm more interested to see this type of question, why you are interested to take the buy from this gap, and when this high is taken, why you're not taking the buy right now, why you leaving it without taking it, why you leaving it. I mean, this type of things. Okay, when you are interested about the price action, not about the entries. Okay, so when you are interested about the entries, then you will be focused on buy and sell only. You don't know what is happening in the other area. You will never notice them. You are already in a trade. Your eyes are only on the PNL. Is that green or is that red? If it is red, you start to pray, you forget about everything. You think that how can I, you give your highest focus to the stop loss. How can you mitigate your loss, or how can you put your stop loss so it's strongly, tightly, like you only thinking about the trade management. You don't focus on the price action, what is happening, what is telling you, what the price is telling you. Should you hold the trade, should you close the trade, should you take the partial, should you put the stop loss to the break even because of the price action. Most of the people don't focus on there. They only think, am I, is this going to be a winning trade or is this going to be a losing trade? That is the only thing they want. I'm seeing this 22 YT model is working so beautifully. I'm feeling so happy, to be honest, to see this beautiful 22 IT model over here. This is the best 22 IT model ever. The best 22 IT model. However, and the perfect area, right? Market has cleared previous day high. We know Tuesday is the manipulation day, so market has cleared previous day high. It has traded new week opening gap. It has built the best 22 YT model. It has give you the immediate reaction. Like, this is the best example of the perfect price action. So you waited all of this area to look for the sell, and finally found the selling opportunity over here. You took the sell. How much is gonna be the risk? If you take the entry over here, and the extreme stop loss is over here. This is the extreme stop loss. If you even, you don't need to put it over there because this high is protected. So what you can do, you can simply put it over here, covering this candle that has built this breakaway gap here, this candle low, this candle high. See this breakaway gaps just above this high, you can just simply cover that high plus some handle so that you don't get stopped out over there. Take the entry from this entry gap. Breakaway gap has been covered by your stop loss. Liquidity has been cleared. Previous day high has been cleared. Market has traded the new week opening gap. Gave you the best 22 IT model. Immediate reaction. Everything is perfect. Try to take some partial around 1:1 wherever it is going to be. Try to take that 1:1 partial and then hold the trade as long as you want. Just give a look of this gap. If this gap is broken, now this gap is also valid for taking the sell. That means if the body can close below this gap, it is also valid to take the sell. This gap is really so important. However, first time trading check profit trader, bought a 50K account and use your code. Thank you, NQ Slayer, brother. I'm up 800 so far this morning. I'm not going to give you any advice because you are better than ICT. So of course, I should take the advice from you, brother. Waiting for another payout from Top Step, so I'm not trading those accounts today. Awesome, that's cool, brother. And brother, we all are friend. Okay, sometimes maybe you say me something, I tell you something, but we are all brother. Okay, so please never ever mind on me. Okay, I'm not a bad guy. Sometimes I'm a human being. Sometimes my mood is not good, your mood is not good, and we do some like brotherhood quarrel, something like brotherhood fight. I'll say like that way, but please don't mind. Anybody, if you ever think that I'm rude to you, I'm not rude to you. I will never be rude to any of you. I'm just some of your younger brother, some of your elder brother, that's all, nothing else. So please forgive your brother. Okay, I'm your brother, and forgive me for any kind of behavior sometimes I do. I'm not that bad. Rumo, I'm now short NQ 25020 entry, 25020 entry. Okay, you took the entry over there. Cool, brother. Try to take some partial, brother. Just mitigated the loss in my second account. So happy. Suziban, that's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Uh, you can take the partial hold the trade as long as you want, but don't try to add now. Don't try to enter into the market right now. Please, it's a request to you. And you're seeing how beautifully this market is reversing. This is the awesomeness, man. Awesomeness. Ah, will you be live in the PM in Discord? I don't think so, Sophia. I have to go outside. So I'm just not sure. But if I come, I'll give you a message because I really need you so that you can help me for the message and for rest of the things. Thank you so much, Sophia. And I will give you the message if I come to the live, okay? But most probably I'm not coming. Most probably. Hey team, nice community. Thank you so much, brother. Sure, sure, sister. I love you, brother. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here watching your stream. Thanks. You're most welcome, NQ Slayer. Thank you so much, brother, for understanding, brother. I love you too, Wallman. I mean, NQ Slayer, you are my brother. I love you, man. Please don't mind. By the way, I'm going to close the stream right now. It's 11:34. Don't try to trade right now. Wait for the PM session. Keep looking for the selling opportunity, in my opinion. But if you'd love to look for the buy, be very careful. Wait for the high time frame confirmation. Then try to go for the perfect entry opportunity. Otherwise, it's always best to look for sell only. Only sell, okay? So thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys. Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Until the next time, bye bye.